Virtual Beings News Summary October 22, 2025. Channel 4's fully AI-hosted broadcast exemplifies a synthetic presenter used end-to-end in a primetime documentary format, while Lil Miquela's expansion from fashion into music demonstrates career diversification for virtual influencers. Together, these cases show virtual beings functioning as on-screen talent, hosts, and performers whose roles parallel human counterparts across television and music. NVIDIA's ACS update enabling open-source on-device deployment for AI NPCs indicates a maturing pipeline for locally executed, real-time game characters, and Meta's codec Avatar's Embody 3D dataset supplies high-volume motion data to train expressive, controllable digital humans. Together they chart a stack from data to runtime for synthetic characters in interactive worlds. Bandy AI's photorealistic avatar try-ons translate virtual beings into retail utilities for visualization and conversion, while Viola Communications and iShout's AI influencer management platform signals agency-grade infrastructure for operating synthetic creators at scale. Campaign Asia's guidance on responsible AI avatars in live commerce frames governance requirements around disclosure, truthful representation, data protection, and consent. Girlfriend.ai positions AI companions as persistent, memory-bearing virtual partners for social or intimate interaction. Samsung's Vision AI companion via the Perplexity TV app extends household assistant functionality to shared screens, and adult chatbots demonstrate role-play-centric synthetic characters with interactive storytelling. These illustrate companion-style virtual beings aimed at personal engagement rather than broadcast or game contexts. Phasmophobia surfaces player concerns about avatar identity and presentation, with calls for named, customizable characters and complaints about facial animations, while mod ecosystems expand avatar roles elsewhere. Minecraft hosts NPC mods that add named companions, quest givers, and workers with routines to deepen gameplay. BoneLab supports a community avatar NPCs mod that injects player model avatars as autonomous agents in a VR sandbox. And Roblox enables a UGC marketplace for avatar items but enforces strict moderation that creators must navigate when updating models or resubmitting assets. Together, these examples show platform-specific pipelines for playable avatars, NPC companions, modded agents, and commercialized avatar goods across Phasmophobia, Minecraft, BoneLab, and Roblox. CodeBaby deploys digital humans as frontline service agents that provide personalized, always-on support for customer service and act as hotel and resort assistants for guest queries and concierge-style tasks. The technology is presented as emotionally intelligent and positioned to reduce wait times and improve service quality through avatar-mediated interactions that operate continuously across service channels. China's VR sector is described as comprising over 10,000 companies with digital humans and VR terminal equipment explicitly included within standardization guidance activities hosted at the provincial level in Jiangxi, indicating that digital humans are being treated as a defined industrial category within broader virtual reality development initiatives. Statements attributed to Jensen Huang envision digital humans acting as operational contributors who can be hired, licensed, and onboarded, anticipating HR-like processes for agentic AI entities. Vivant proposes enterprise AI clones of employees to sustain productivity and coverage during PTO. And Ray Dalio's conversational AI clone, associated with Bridgewater Associates, illustrates executive knowledge capture for scalable, dialogue-based access, together mapping a spectrum from conceptual workforce integration to concrete productivity and knowledge replication applications. Disney's Tron Ares centers its story on a sentient AI being that uploads into the real world and undertakes a mission, using a synthetic character with agency as the narrative engine and reinforcing cinema's role in exploring the implications of autonomous virtual entities within human settings. TikTok hosts VTuber tutorials and performances, including references to VTuber Studio for pipeline setup, creator personalities such as Zentreya, and organizations like Hololive, while also showcasing techniques for operating a VTuber persona during Roblox gameplay. The platform functions as both distribution and production support for real-time avatar performers and their associated toolchains. Google Gemini is presented as capable of generating a personal AI avatar from a single photo in minutes, lowering creation barriers for individual digital identities, while Alan Hamill's AI clone of Suzanne Summers demonstrates memorialization through a synthetic likeness. These sit alongside the broader conceptual framing of digital twins, virtual humans, and AI clones in public talks that emphasize identity extension and presence beyond physical constraints. Research commentary contrasting deep mimic with newer learning-based methods highlights advances in lifelike motion synthesis for digital humans, signaling improved physical plausibility and reduced manual tuning as foundational capabilities that will benefit avatars, NPCs, and synthetic performers across applications. A concrete example of this field is a feasible randomized controlled trial in which an AI chatbot called Digital Doctor incorporating a digital virtual person was used to support education on semaglutide self-injection, demonstrating the use of an interactive digital human to replace or complement patient guidance in order to reduce the burden of clinical education. Ultra Social demonstrated event customer service and streaming integration using Spake, a digital human that integrates generative AI, voice recognition, and real-time streaming, while Kamiku Bunka demonstrated its use of virtual humans in book marketing. Watai Securities has adopted a digital human interface in its AI-powered app to guide investment support, while Dahong Technology has provided a solution for Dahong Zhuangjing's high-precision 3D digital characters, driven by AI and streamed using WebGL, establishing a business implementation platform. Sino Beijing is using its Smart Body Workshop and Digital Clone Factory as its core to test the business integration of multi-agent and digital clones in the fields of education, industry, and healthcare, and is building a corporate implementation model for operational design and scalability. The Jianyang Digital Cultural Experience demonstrated the implementation of history education through dialogue with Zhu Shi's virtual digital person and learning participation in a virtual school, while the literature and travel exhibition expanded the ways in which cultural resources are presented through tourist guides and performances that combine the second-time response of AI digital people, AIX digital avatars, and naked eye 3D and XR. The assignment of identity tags to virtual people and cloned voices is positioned as an institutional measure aimed at clarifying the origin and authenticity of generated content, preventing misidentification and deception, including imitations of news announcers, and restoring intellectual rights, and has indicated a direction for operation that ensures identifiability and explainability. In addition to native mobile automation, the Content Special Forces AI is equipped with digital avatars and voice clones, making it suitable for production applications that enhance the expression of oral characters. While in-video AI has strengths in automating the production process, it is evaluated as having relatively weak digital avatar and voice clone functions, clearly demonstrating the difference in functionality when producing avatar-based short videos. During e-commerce/store week, a demonstration was held in which visitors could interact with a digital human in the booth in real time, presenting a concrete example of how AI can be used to provide customer service and guidance, and the exhibit allowed visitors to directly verify its behavior during operation, such as its operation in an event space, and the delay characteristics of face-to-face responses. The Capital Library and NetDragon use digital humans for guidance and immersive storytelling in cultural and cultural tourism scenarios. The Capital Library uses holographic interactive cabin plus digital humans to realize knowledge quizzes and multimodal interaction. NetDragon relies on drone scanning, 3D modeling and Unreal Engine to let digital humans take on cultural interpretation and plot guidance in the linkage between Magic World and Wuyi Mountain, thereby connecting the game IP and offline scenic spots into a unified narrative space. Liaoning's urban cultural tourism projects use cultural tourism digital humans to unify the caliber and multilingual communication, provide replicable interactive guidance capabilities for heritage scenes, and form a three-way linkage of public cultural space, online game narrative, and destination brand. JD.com uses the digital human Joy Streamer to conduct large-scale live shopping guides and product knowledge broadcasts during major promotional events. Qiyun, China, uses an integrated live broadcast solution of 512D dynamic modeling plus quantum security architecture plus RAG to serve brands' private domain and multi-platform distribution. The digital human in Yaing Village, Yuhang District, promotes products, and the digital human anchor of Xinjiang Kashgar Jianggago Agricultural Technology Company, Limited, uses synthetic anchors for agricultural product promotion and regional brand building. The Jiangsu Intelligent Construction Industrial Base uses the digital human Xiaozhe to undertake venue interaction and policy delivery, forming a multi-layer application from brand marketing, county e-commerce to industry release. The core technologies cover high-fidelity modeling, content security, and knowledge retrieval-driven automated broadcasting. ByteDance and Zhejiang University are promoting the consistent production of long-duration oral broadcasts/explanations around long video AI digital humans, focusing on solving the unified appearance and timbre across segments, long context semantic planning, and continuity of facial expressions and lip shapes, thereby supporting the long-term operation of thematic content and brand IP. The Analog World Artificial Intelligence New Quality Industry Community showcases the content production ecosystem that combines digital humans with large 3D models, covering a multimodal R&D chain of modeling, generation, and interaction, and achieving full process connection from R&D to content production. The full vascular digital human of the second affiliated hospital of Zhejiang University School of Medicine is based on the patient-level digital twin of the vascular system, supporting risk assessment, surgical planning, and rehabilitation management, and reflecting the auxiliary value of the medical digital human in the diagnosis and treatment of specialized diseases. The Sign Language Digital Human of Nanjing School for the Deaf and Nanjing Special Education Normal College serves the hearing-impaired group through simultaneous conversion of speech and sign language and skeleton/expression drive, showing the improvement of accessibility in the two dimensions of medical health and barrier-free services. The Hangzhou court's trial of the AI digital human patent dispute case indicates that the judicial system has begun to systematically examine the intellectual property boundaries and ownership identification of digital human technology, involving cross-cutting points such as appearance modeling, driving algorithms, voice and image rights, and providing case references for industry norms and compliance guidelines. Comparing text-only and virtual reality embodied conversational AI agents for interpersonal skills training, Y Sun, O'Shake, as 1, 2025, compares large language model-powered conversational agents delivered via traditional text interfaces against agents embodied in virtual reality for teaching interpersonal skills. The work frames interpersonal skills as context-sensitive behaviors, and evaluates how embodiment and immersion affect practice quality, user engagement, and transfer to real-world interactions, positioning VR-embodied agents as a distinct modality where nonverbal cues, presence, and simulated social context may alter learning outcomes relative to text-only agents. Analyzing relationship between VTubers and their highlight editors in the context of online collaboration, K. Nishigori, H. Takeda, 2025, investigates VTubers and the community of highlight editors as a collaborative production ecosystem. The study hypothesizes and examines reciprocal audience dynamics between original VTuber streams and fan-made highlight compilations, finding evidence that creators and editors function in coordinated roles that shape discovery, viewership flows, and content lifecycle, thus characterizing virtual performers and their derivative media editors as interdependent actors in platform-based creativity. Sustainable Video Streaming Systems, Ziju, 2025, introduces PEV, a power-efficient VTuber live streaming system that offloads the camera view and related processing to reduce energy consumption during virtual performance. Implemented end-to-end and benchmarked against state-of-the-art streaming modes, PEV demonstrates an engineering pathway for lowering the computational and power costs of VTuber broadcasting by restructuring capture and inference placement while maintaining real-time rendering and audience experience. Existing cues fail. A mixed-method study on the identification of virtual influencers, F. Jin, P. Zhang, 2025, examines how users detect virtual influencers in social media using an eye-tracking experiment and interviews with 60 participants. The results indicate limited reliability of common visual or contextual cues in distinguishing synthetic personas from human influencers, documenting systematic misidentifications and revealing perceptual and cognitive factors that shape trust, recognition, and susceptibility to influence when engaging with virtual beings. Exploring the impacts of advertisement and influencer on tourist destination selection, an empirical investigation of Cox's Bazar tourism in Bangladesh, M.S. Haseen, 2025, analyses how social media advertising and virtual influencers affect destination choice. The study reports that promotions featuring virtual influencers influence prospective tourist decision processes for travel packages, linking synthetic spokespersons to measurable changes in selection behavior within a real-world tourism market. The impact of social and psychological factors on user experience in the metaverse, are Naveen Kumar, M. Janani, Armeda Vanijagi, et al., 2025, discusses consumer experiences in R/VR environments, where virtual influencers and digital humans participate in marketing and digital fashion interactions. The work highlights how presence, identity expression, and social factors mediate engagement with virtual personas in immersive settings, positioning digital humans and virtual influencers as active elements in metaverse consumer journeys. Digital human effectiveness approaching. Understanding customer commitment on digital human and e-service from utilitarian and hedonic perspectives, L. Fang, T. Cheng, H. Yang, 2025, studies how service-oriented digital humans drive customer commitment through functional utility and hedonic experience. Drawing on recent findings that virtual influencers can use high arousal language to increase purchase intentions, the paper models how e-service digital humans influence attitudes and commitment by balancing task efficiency with effective engagement. The virtual concertgoer. Audience perspectives on remote music performances, S. Pali, B Branch, Abohm, E Pally, M Scorer, CSAng, 2025, explores audience perceptions of remote and digitally mediated music events, a space where virtual performers and avatar-based shows can operate. The study documents how expectations, presence, and interaction shape satisfaction and engagement in remote concerts, providing empirical context for deploying avatar performers or digital humans in live music experiences. The Unseen Blade is the deadliest, exploring the intersection of fashion, gender, and identity in digital worlds. The case study of League of Legends, M. Verini, 2025, analyses identity performance through avatar customization and fashion in a major online game. Focusing on how visual design, apparel, and character presentation structure gendered and social meaning, the chapter frames avatars as vehicles for identity construction and examines how cosmetic choices function as expressive and cultural signals within the gaming environment. From mannequin to human, a pose-aware and identity-preserving video generation framework for lifelike clothing display, M2 Video, 2025, presents a method to convert mannequin footage into photorealistic human videos that preserve clothing fidelity while transferring identity. The system introduces a dynamic pose-aware head encoder combining hybrid facial features and body pose to produce identity embeddings, a distribution-aware adapter to align identity and clothing feature statistics for stable cross-attention, and a mirror loss via dim one-step denoising to recover fine facial details, enabling lifelike digital human presentations for fashion display. Capturing Head Avatar with Hand Contacts from a Monocular Video, 2025, proposes a pipeline to reconstruct person-specific, textured 3D head avatars that realistically encode non-rigid facial deformations caused by hand-face interactions from a single iPhone video. It employs joint face-hand tracking with a depth order loss and contact regularization to maintain spatial relationships, constrains deformation using a PCA basis tailored to hand-induced facial changes, and adds a physics-inspired contact loss to ensure plausibility, improving geometric accuracy and realism of avatar reconstructions. HGC Avatar, Hierarchical Gaussian Compression for Streamable Dynamic 3D Avatars, 2025, introduces a hierarchical compression approach that disentangles structural geometry and temporal motion for efficient streaming and controllable rendering of human avatars. Leveraging SimpleX to encode motion as parameterized poses and generating pose maps to drive a structural layer, the method integrates a facial attention module in a StyleNet training process to emphasize expressions, achieving high perceptual quality at low bit rates, and enabling responsive avatar control across diverse pose inputs. To make sure you never miss a new video and to help us reach more great viewers like you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon under the subscribe tab for notification.